Welcome to all in the new lecture that is on fundamental circuits. So, this is the fundamental circuits in the tree theory. So, for studying about the fundamental circuit, first we need to remember the spanning trees. So, what was the spanning tree? In a connected graph G, spanning tree is a subgraph which contains all vertices of G, gives a minimal edge connected subgraph. So here if we have this graph G, so here we have the 4 vertices are there and 6 edges are there. So now what is the spanning tree of this? If we say that, because in any graph you have a number of spanning trees, okay? So if we take the spanning tree of this graph is this one G double dash. Here we have the 4 vertices and edges in the spanning tree. How many edges are there? N minus 1. So 4 minus 1, 3 edges are there, E1, E3, E4. If we have the spanning tree of this graph, then edges of spanning tree, it is called the branch. We also call these edges are the branch. And others are known as chord. What is the others? Others, it means that like that here these are the branches of the spanning tree and the chords are like that, this A, D, E5 or E6 or E2. So these are the chord, right? Which are removed to make the spanning trees. So this is called the chord. So if we have this example, G double dash is a spanning tree. So what are the branch here? So branches, because n vertices, 4 vertices are there, 4 minus 1, 3, edges are 3, and we say that the edges of spanning trees are branch. So branch is 3 here, and chord, what is the chord here? So you know that we remove how many edges to make the spanning trees? E minus n plus 1. I told you earlier that. So E is the edges here. So edges here, edges E, it means that the given graph edges. So that is 6 and vertices are 4 and plus 1, so it will give 3. It means that the branch and chord of the spanning tree is 3 and 3. So here chord equipped an interesting property, means we use the chord in our the fundamental circuit. So what is the fundamental circuit? With a given spanning tree and its chord, a circuit formed introducing every single chord. So in a spanning tree, if we introduce a chord, so a circuit can form. So that circuit is called the fundamental circuits. For example, suppose we have a spanning tree of the graph. This is our the graph, and the spanning tree of this graph is this one, suppose. Okay. So here we have total the 5 vertices are there and 7 edges are there in the given graph. If we say that this given graph, the spanning tree is this one, Z double dash. So here in this graph, how many vertices are there? 5 and edges total 7, and in this spanning tree graph we have the vertices are 5. So now what is the branch and chord here? Branch is the edges of the spanning tree, and how many edges of the spanning tree here? 4. So branch is 4. Now chord, that are the remaining edges of the graph, given graph G. So that is 3, right? Or you can calculate by E minus n plus 1. So from this you will get the 3. And what are the chords here? The chords are, which we remove here, that one E3, E6, E3, E6 and E2. So these are called the chord of the graph. Now, how to form the fundamental circuits? So this is our the original graph, and this is the spanning tree of this graph. So from the spanning tree, how can we form the fundamental circuits? I told you that the fundamental circuits are that in which if we add any chord of the spanning tree which form a cycle, so that is the fundamental circuit. So first one is this, if we join these vertices, means we add this E2, so it become a cycle. So one fundamental circuit of this graph is this one. Another one, if we join this to this one means E6, so again it become a cycle. So one another fundamental circuit of this graph is this one, and another one, if we join these two vertices means by E3 if we introduce here, so it become a cycle. So this is also a fundamental circuit of this graph. Okay, clear it what is the fundamental circuits. Now come to the rank and nullity. So what are the rank and nullity? First of all, we discuss about the rank. So what is the rank? If in a graph G there are total n vertices and k components, what is the components? Actually, I told you earlier that what are the components? Means if we have a disconnected graph, so you have the two or three parts of that disconnected graph, so that is called the components. Then the rank generally denoted by r, small r, and it is defined as n minus k. N is the total number of vertices and k are the components of the graph. Here we talk about the disconnected graph, then it is n minus k. Now nullity, what is the nullity? If in a graph G there are total n vertices, k components and e edges, then the nullity, it is denoted by mu and is defined as e minus n plus k. E are the edges of the graph, n are the vertices and k are the components. So this is all for the disconnected graph. So now let's take an example here. If we have this disconnected graph G, and here this is a disconnected because these vertices are disconnected with these vertices, not joined with any edges with all vertices, right? Now in this graph G, what is the rank? I told you that rank is n minus k. N is here 4 vertices, means we have to consider that vertices which are connected, right? So 4 minus 2. K here is 2. Why components? 2 components. This graph is divided into the 2 components. One is this one and one is this one, right? So our rank is 2. Now nullity is E is the edges, 4 edges are there, minus N and the 4 vertices are there, plus K is the 2 here, right? 2 components of this here. So this is 4 minus 4 plus 2, it become 2. So the rank and nullity of this graph is 2 and 2. Now one point here, this is for disconnected graph. Suppose we have the connected graph. So in the connected graph, rank is n minus 1 because here if we put here k is equal to 1, so we get the rank for the connected graph, and this is the branch also I told you earlier, and nullity is e minus n plus 1 become, and it is equal to chord, right? Earlier I solved it. So now we can say that the total edges is equal to rank plus nullity. Clear it? It is for the connected graph only. So now let's take one example. Actually this is the example for the trees, and this is a very important example. Here if say that a tree has 2 vertices of degree 2, 1 vertex of degree 3 and 3 vertices of degree 4, then how many vertices of degree 1 does it have? So now you have to calculate the vertices which has the degree is 1. So now let's do it. First we consider that, suppose which we want to find, we consider that is x, right? So now how many total number of edges vertices here? 2, 1, 3 and 1. So 2 plus 1 plus 3, and here when we use the vertices x, so total we have the 6 plus x vertices are here. Now the number of edges, how many edges are here? We say that because a vertices is 6 plus x, so edges are in the tree, you know that if we have the n vertices, then edges are n minus 1. So if we have the vertices 6 plus x, so edges are 6 plus x minus 1, so it becomes 5 plus x. So in this tree, total number of edges are 5 plus x. And why? Because we know that in the tree the number of edges, this is equal to the number of vertices minus 1. Now, total degree of the tree. So, what is the degree here? 2 total vertices. 2 vertices have degree 2. It means that total degree is 2 multiply 2. One vertex has degree 3 plus 1 multiply 3. 3 vertices of degree 4. It means that 3 multiply 4. And x vertex has degree 1. So, it is 1 into x. So, total when we calculate it become 19 plus x total degree of the tree. Now, what is the number of edges here? If we have the degree of the total vertices are 19 plus x, then edges are 19 plus x by 2. Why? By the handshaking theorem. What was the handshaking theorem? 2 times of edges is equal to summation of degree of vertices. So here our degree of vertices, sum of degree of vertices is 19 plus x. So from here we can calculate the number of edges. So that is become 19 plus x by 2. Now we have the number of edges are 5 plus x, and here number of edges are 19 plus x by 2, and here we talk about the same tree, so we can equate it. 19 plus x by 2 is equal to 5 plus x. So from this we calculate our x, and it will give x is equal to 9. It means that we have a total 9 vertices are there which has the degree is 1, right? So like that you can calculate your vertices of degree 1. So for this you have to remember the properties of trees, your earlier theorems also, any theorem we can use to solve any question. So now today's lecture is completed now. Thank you.